Alright, what's up? So I'm going to show you guys how to make a health bar much like this one down below and say to show test it or to showcase it. Right. As you can see, we can add health, we can lose health, and the color tweens with it, the text changes. And yeah, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So if you already have your UI or you don't want suggestions on your UI, then you can go ahead and skip to the part below where I start scripting. Otherwise, feel free to watch me. I'm going to start off by making a screen UI. We're going to change the name to main UI. I'm going to, oops, it's not insert a part. I'm going to insert a, okay, that it's not what I want to do. Insert frame. I'm going to call this health BG for background or health background. We're going to change the anchor point to 1. And with that, the scale, the position all the way to 1. Minus 10 and 10 here. This way, as you can see, there's a 10 border here. I'm going to do UI corners as one of my constraints and aspect ratio as one of my constraints. I want the aspect ratio to be 5.5, maybe 5 or 5.5. You can mess around with it. With a size of about 0.3, that works fine. Yeah, 0.3, we'll keep it at that. We don't need to change this much, but yeah, whatever. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and change the color to a more darker color here. Don't necessarily need to do that. I'm gonna duplicate health BG 2 times. I'm gonna put the first one in health BG and the second one in the second health BG, which I will rename health inner, and then name this one health bar. Can remove the aspect ratio constraints, both of them. And then with this one, anchor point is going to be 0, 0. And I mean, theoretically, we could just change it to 0.5, 0.5, but I will do 0 with a 5. A 5 pixel offset on each of them. With the size as 1, oopsies, 1, 1, minus 10. That way there's a 5 pixel offset on each side. And we're going to lower this as our inner, or inset, to about 30. That looks good. So now we're going to change our health bar. I'm going to make this green. That's ugly green, but it's okay. First of all the positions to 0. Anchor point, 0. Because its parent is the exact size we want, we can just do size to 1, 1, and boom. Instead of health, health inner, I'm going to add a text label. Text label is going to be health text. Let's just scale it up to the same size as everything else. With the background, I'm going to go ahead and go permanent marker. I'm going to scale the size up to 30. You can scale it to whatever you'd like. Just so it can be seen on any background, we're going to do this. Yeah, 0.2 works. Maybe, nah, do that. I'm going to get rid of the color, or I'm going to get rid of the text, and that's about the UI that I want. Now, we're going to make a local script. In this local script, we're going to define a couple things. Local players, so we're defining our players right here. And I do believe I am doing this all well in a game. Oh no, I forgot. The players shows up actually. My bad. So equals game get service players. Local, we're going to use tween service for the color tweening. Local tween service equals game get service tween service. So the services we will be using. Let's define our local player. So local players, player equals players.local player, and that's a function of players to get this player here, or whichever player you are that you can use in a local script. Let's go ahead and define. Actually, let's define all our UI. Local UI equals script dot parent, because I have a parent is main UI. Local health BG equals UI find first child health BG. Local health bar equals health BG. We don't necessarily need to do find first child. We can just do dots. Health inner find first child health bar local health text equals health BG. I don't know why I'm not doing dots. Find first child health text. And is that all we need in that regard? Well, we'll call it good. Now, let's get our character because the character is what we need for health. So local character equals player.character. If player.character is nil, so player.character or player.character added is a function, and we will wait for this function. Player.character added returns the character, so it defines the character right here. What we want now is our humanoid. We're gonna repeat wait 0.1 seconds until character find first child humanoid. So until we find the humanoid, we'll just repeat waiting. Now we're gonna do character local humanoid equals character find first child humanoid. From here, what I want to do, I'm gonna do local. I'm gonna do humanoid dot health changed. Oh my gosh, my bad. Health changed connect function with health as the value being passed. Health changed is a function of the humanoid which returns the health. So each time the health is changed, it's gonna run. What we're gonna do, we're gonna start tweening the health bar. So health bar tween size udim2.now. Now, if you go here, as you can see, the full scale is going to be 1010. As we're not doing the full scale on the x-axis, what we're going to do, actually, let's find local max health equals humanoid dot max health, and we just have it like this in case the max health gets changed. So local max health equals that. So we're going to do health divided by max health. This way, if max health and health are equal, then it'll be 1, just like this. But if health is, say, 50 divided by 100, then it would be 0.5. So it would be at the halfway mark, the health bar would be. Now we're going to set some simple things. Our easing direction is going to be in. Easing style, I'll do linear. If you want, you can do enum.easing style, and you can see all the easing styles here. Time, 1/4 of a second, and I do want it to be able to be overridden. Next. Let's change the text. So health text dot text equals. We're gonna do health, and we're gonna concatenate that with a slash. Concatenate that with max health. Here we go. And now we're gonna tween the color. So how we're gonna do this? We're gonna do a health bar. Actually, we're gonna create a tween. So local tween equals tween service create. The first thing we pass in is an instance, which is going to be the instance we're changing, which is our health bar. Next, we need tween info. We do that by tweeninfo.new. And the only thing I want to pass in here is our 0.2 second timer, 0.25 second timer, or 1/4 of a second, to be in line with our initial tween. And then property table, let's make a table. We want to change the background, background color 3, which is this thing right here. That's going to equal color3 from HSV. Let me explain this real quick. So your HSV is your hue, your saturation, and your value. The value is the amount of brightness. If it's 0, it's always going to be black, and if it's 100, it's always going to be, or 255, it's always going to be bright. Your saturation, of course, is how much color you have in it, and your hue follows this line around here. If you see here, right, from around 125 all the way down, it goes green, if green, yellow, and red. That's the colors of our health bar. So what do we do? Well, we're passing in from HSV values, right? 1, 1, 1. That is 360, 255, 255. Okay. So what we want is something around 0.3, right? Or 0.33, whatever. So same thing we did here, in parentheses, health divided by max health times 0.3. You can do 0.3, 0.33, doesn't really matter. And then from there, boom. The highest it will go, if we have full health, is to about here. And then the lower it is, closer it's going to get to pure red. I prefer a little bit cooler colors. So our saturation, let's just do 220 divided by 225. Or we could do like 0.9 or something, whatever. And that works. So, tween. We're going to play our tween. We're going to destroy our tween afterward. Clean up. From here, also let's set the health bar text the moment we get our humanoid. Health. So humanoid dot health. And humanoid dot max health. From here, this will work perfectly fine. But if we die, it might error. It won't error actually, because we have, I didn't change this value here, reset on spawn. But as you can see, working perfectly fine. Oh, my bad. I messed up with the utility. Sorry. There we go. Now it'll work perfectly fine. So here, yep, and as you can see, follows the color, works perfectly well. Alright, so lastly, if you have reset on spawn off, so this means that it won't redo this whole entire thing each time you die, what we're going to do, we're going to go into our player, and we're going to call the player.characterAdded connect function, add this over to the character. And each time we get a new character, I want to pretty much recall this. So let's just say character equals char. I will actually change this to char. So character equals char. And then we recall all our humanoid things. And let's rerun this. Let's just rerun this whole thing actually here. Cleaning and destroying. And real quick, local health equals health. Yeah, humanoid dot health. Local max health equals humanoid dot max health. That's probably not the most efficient way of doing it, but right. And then lastly, actually I forgot about this. We're gonna move the humanoid dot health change to below the character added. Now if we run. Alright, just to double check, we go in here, main UI, this is not reset on spawn. Let me make sure everything still works. Yeah, we can still take damage. We can die. It resets, and we can still take damage. We're add-on. Perfect. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, or if you learned something, or if you want more, subscribe. Also feel free to follow my Twitch. Sometimes I do development live streams. And give me suggestions in the comments. Thank you for watching.